Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 28th. I think it is. We're going to go with that date. And it is Jen from Two Moms in a Wine Truck. Cheers, everybody. Today, I was just recently introduced to this really cool person you see in front of you, Megan. And she is an entrepreneur, just like I am. And the topic we're going to talk about really hit home on a couple factors. We're all going through this crazy, traumatic pandemic, don't know what's going on, if we're going to get released and whatnot. And we as adults may not be able to mitigate that. But then we also have children on top of that who are like, what's going on? Where's my schedule? What am I doing? So I wanted to bring Megan on today because that is what her company focuses on. So Megan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your company, and then let's jump into this topic.
Sure. So Mini Minds is a family wellness center in Carmel. We're a multidisciplinary practice. We have mental health therapists, speech therapists, occupational therapists. We offer individual and family therapy for our clients, but we also love to offer classes to the entire community where we really can bring everyone in and serve every kind of mind and teach them the valuable skills of grit, growth mindset, mindfulness, and meditation.
Absolutely, I love that. And it's such a time right now. And you and your co-founder, Kristen, sat down and you opened up saw an opportunity right now where it really focuses on the kiddos and as parents and how we help them get through, let's say, not having a structure, let's say not being around friends. Well, how are they doing this? So tell us a little bit about what you all are doing over there right now.
Yeah, so when we first had to shut our doors, I think we also kind of shut down ourselves. We're so used to inviting people into our office. It's huge, it's bright, it feels like your best friend's living room. We love to play and interact and do games and yoga. And so to shut down and transition into virtual services was definitely a struggle. And during that struggle, we also realized, wow, now more than ever, not only do our current families need us, but the entire community needs us. People who didn't have emotional struggles a month or two ago now have it. I mean, I don't think I've met anyone who doesn't currently have an emotional struggle. And so we were like, okay, how can we reach more people during this time? We can't invite them in, we can't go into their home, but we have all this knowledge to help them through this potentially traumatic experience. And so we decided to pivot and create these social emotional learning kits where we write out lesson plans. Like, this is what you say, this is what you do, to help teach your children critical social and emotional skills.
That is awesome. So the target of this, if we're talking as to parents specifically here, who is your target audience that could reach out to you to get these types of skill set to additionally to what they're doing right now?
I mean, every single parent. I don't
Okay.
know of a parent who wouldn't be able to benefit from this. I don't know about you, but as a working mom, I myself am struggling to put some routines in place, to add some expectations, to balance learning with emotional wellness. And oftentimes we get overwhelmed and we can't think clearly. And so we need someone else to say, here, just do this.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted to do for families.
We were joking earlier about those memes that we saw on Instagram and Facebook where we're going to do scheduling circle time at 9 and 9:15 our first snack at 9:30. And I think what we did as we realized, 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks into this, put a lot of pressure on ourselves as parents, whether you're a caretaker or a parent, and it just wasn't working. So let's talk through that. I mean, we got to get rid of that guilt. So I think this type of thing can actually help parents ease back into, it's okay if we don't have a structure. However, let's pull these pieces out on what we need to focus on.
Yeah, so when we look at protecting kids' emotional wellness during this time, yes, routine is one of the most important protective factors. But now more than ever, it's harder to provide routine and structure. And I think, yes, all of those homeschooling memes came out on social media. And I think a lot of moms looked at that and they were like, how am I supposed to do that? That's impossible.
Right.
And then we get the guilt and we shut down. Um, but that bird keeps chirping in our
Yes.
ear, like, you got to have routine. Your
Yes.
kids need routine and structure. But I want to help parents shift into routine. Doesn't mean that every hour of your day is scheduled out. Routine can be something as simple as something that we can expect, something that we can look forward to, anticipate. It's a ritual. And even something as simple as taking a bike ride every day at 5 p.m.
Mhm.
with your family is routine. It's something that gives our bodies and our brains a sense of time, a sense of purpose, a sense of connection, and kind of calms down that stress response system, which for everyone is on high alert right now.
I use the phrase ultra sensitive.
I
It,
like
it
that one.
we really are, and I think it kind of fits everybody. And we can kind of take that word and use it in our life, because as an adult, probably and I'm an introvert. I was fine until like day 37, and all of a sudden I had a little small panic attack, anxiety attack, and I was like, what's going on here? And my son is an extrovert, and he's 14, and he can't be around his friends. And it's just, I think sometimes as adults we forget about, and I've been seeing a lot of memes on Facebook and Instagram about the little people, because they are there, and this is impacting them. You made a comment earlier, Megan, too, that I thought was very point on. This is not going to be done when we get, released. This is a continuing, ongoing thing, because kids are still maybe afraid that school's not going to start in the fall. So how can we talk? How can we comfort them through those type of topics?
Yeah, all of the ingredients are present right now for trauma. We have this fear, our sense of safety has been taken away. And not only that, but most adults, as we were talking about before, are super stressed. And young children are hardwired to be keen observers of their caregivers. That's how they learn. Their brains are designed to watch us and how we interact with our environment. And so, again, now more than ever, we want to make sure that parents are armed with these strategies to regulate themselves during this time, to practice emotional intelligence, to practice mindfulness, to learn how to empathize, validate, and connect with their kids so that we can mitigate the effects of whatever it is we're going through. Because you're right, this isn't going to end anytime soon. This summer, we are going to struggle with opening back up again, connecting with others. The fall, all this unknown. And then, yeah, when the flu season hits again in
Hmm.
October and November, we're going to be brought right back to this moment of fear and uncertainty and panic. And so we need to make sure that our children and our families are armed with the strategies to lessen that effect, to calm the stress response system down, to regulate, and to become resilient.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's circle back and talk about the social emotional learning kit. So is this something they get online? Is this a book, email, PDF? How does this work? How often do they get them? Talk us through that.
Yeah, so it's just a one-time kit. So I hand deliver it
Hmm.
in a paper bag, and each kit comes with a book. So all of the curriculums are centered around. We chose 6 books, and they come with either 5 lesson plans, around 20 to 30 minutes each. So that's a week's worth of a social emotional curriculum, or one like workshop, which is a 45-minute activity. They come with worksheets that I print out and kind of guide you through how to work through those with your kids. Some mindfulness and meditation activities. I give you the language to speak with your children. Some yoga, and then every single kit has a signature craft.
Yeah.
So, for example, one of them is like a mindfulness glitter jar, which
Oh,
everyone loves.
that's fantastic. I love this. I really appreciate you and Kristen taking the time to do this, because sometimes we do forget a little about the little people. Sometimes we think that, oh, they're kids, this doesn't matter to them, they'll be fine, they're not going to remember this, but truly they are. And if you think about the different demographics of our society, some kids are home right now worrying about where the next meal is going to come from, worrying about all the way up to, I'm not going to be able to graduate. So it does run the mitre there. And so I think it's important that we do make sure that we're mindful as a caretaker of having conversations, wouldn't you say, on a more frequent basis, not to like nag them or scare them, but how you feeling today, or what's going on, or what type of topics could conversation leaders could we do for that?
Yeah, we need to be having conversations about this. It's hard for us, even as adults, to make sense of what is happening right now. Imagine how children are going to be able
Mm.
to make sense of this. None of us can make sense of it. And so, again, how we make sense of something, how we create a story around our experience is through conversations, through connections, through sharing our feelings, having someone else, another human being, acknowledge and empathize, say, yeah, I get that. I'm
Mhm.
feeling really worried about the stores opening up too. Or I really miss grandma and grandpa, and I'm nervous about what this summer will look like for them. It's okay to talk about those experiences. It gives us context. It helps us make sense of the world. It integrates the left brain and the right brain, which again is the key to critical problem solving, which is what we want to teach our kids right now. That's resiliency. When we have a problem, when we are presented with an adversity, that we can utilize our skills to overcome it.
That was that 2 minutes you just said, that was extremely powerful, and I love it. That is absolutely true. So, how can our audience get in touch with you if they're interested in looking at these kits, or just maybe want to call you up and become a client of yours?
So you would go to our website, which is miniminds.org, MINIMINDS
You could
dot
just do the
org.
up above your head right there
Yeah,
too if
that's
that's
what I was
fine.
thinking too. I wasn't sure how skilled I would be. .org. Yep, and all of our information is there. We will be selling our social emotional learning kits through May 21st, which is the last day of school. And then we're going to shift yet again.
Sure.
Hopefully, we will be reopening. We'll be inviting clients and other people from the community back into our office. And this summer, we will start to offer small groups with classes
Yeah.
designed to promote these critical emotional wellness skills that will protect against the effects of trauma.
Amazing work, and I so appreciate you and all of the your partners that work there, and you and Kristen, your colleague, that and all that fun stuff, because it's a topic that is not going to go away. We're just going to keep getting deeper and deeper in it, and we have to acknowledge, so to speak, the elephant in the room, because it's here.
Exactly. We have such a talented team here. All of our therapists are so passionate about helping other families, and we just want to reach as many people in our community as we can. We want to help people come together and connect and become resilient through this process, because we can do it. We can work together to overcome this adversity and be stronger than ever.
I
We
love
can
it.
help families do that. We're
I
here.
love it. Well, thank you so much, Megan, for being on. I greatly appreciate it. I'll drop all of the links on the bottom here so you guys can take a look at it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on our Tuesday session here. Y'all have a great evening. This is Jen from Two Moms and a Wine Truck signing off. Be safe,
Cheers.
everyone. Stay positive. We'll talk to y'all
Bye.
soon.
Thanks, Jen.
Bye.